So when it comes to preloading, so let's get into some more specifics and some practicalities. When it comes to preloading, we're not just talking about drinking plain water. Sodium and other electrolytes, but the really important one is sodium. They act as kind of vectors for your water crossing the gut lining for the water that you consume. And so, and sodium in particular is the main electrolyte found in your blood. And there's research that suggests the more sodium you have in your blood, the higher the fluid content of your blood. Well, I mean, that's just basic science, but that's your osmosis, your GCSE biology, you know. And sodium is also lost during sweating, along with the fluid content of your blood. And so you can quickly see that there's this complementary relationship between water, between fluid, and sodium. And in many respects, if you want to ensure you're hydrated before a session, you will need sodium with that water, because if you're just drinking plain water before a session, even with the best will in the world, quite often what happens is that due to mechanisms within your body that control fluid, that control homeostasis, and fluid and electrolyte balance in the body, if you preload, you just down a whole load of water in advance of a session, what it generally leads to is just a lot of weeing. Because what your body wants to do, if you dump a whole load of water into your system, it wants to protect your blood sodium levels. Otherwise, you can develop a condition called hyponatremia, which is basically dangerously low blood sodium levels. And that's a really common thing in ultra distance events, and Ironman in particular. Like, so the practicalities, your typical sports drinks, and I actually did a bit of research and I was a bit surprised by some of this. Your typical sports drinks don't contain enough sodium. Even your typical electrolyte tabs don't contain enough sodium for proper preloading. Some of them contain sort of 200 to 500 milligrams of sodium per litre, which isn't enough. If you go to some of the information on precision hydration, for example, they suggest around 1500 milligrams per litre.